Men of Reddit, what are women not ready to hear? Just because you feel an emotion strongly does not mean you are right. The same goes for men. Why don't you ever talk about your feelings? Because when my feelings are opposed to yours are more important, valid. Yes, you put on weight. No, I really don't care. You still look good to me. But, yes, you put on weight. I am not your ex. I am not your father. Hanging out with my friends without you, her, is healthy, and same goes for her hanging out with her friends. It's good for your mental health. Sometimes I have a different opinion than you. And each time we do, it's not necessarily a personal fucking attack. We have feelings that are just as important as yours. Do I really have to spell it out for you? Yes, you do. For me anyway. I don't pick up on subtle hints. Sometimes, we don't want to have sex even if our is hard. Men can say no and fake it too. Being emotional isn't an excuse to be mean towards me. We value our time by ourselves a lot. Playing hard to get wastes both our time. Most of the time the guy will just move on. Y'all are too fucking mean to yourselves. Fucking allow yourselves some grace. Fucking love yourselves, damn it. Get confident, stupid. I will scare the self-confidence into you. Sometimes you ask my opinion on a topic when in reality you're asking me to validate your opinion. Knowing the difference is important to avoiding an argument. We also need emotional validation. We're not mind readers. If you want us to know what you want or what you're thinking, you have to tell us. If all the men you date are deadbeat losers, at some point you have to be the one to smarten up. Nobody is owed the ideal mate. This goes for men and women equally, of course. Everyone farts, it's okay. If you're interested in a guy, go and talk to him. You're a big girl. 7 inches is not average. We wouldn't date you if you were a worm. I'd totally marry that girl if her eyelashes were longer. No man in human history. You're not a 10 out of 10. I'm still attracted to you. I wouldn't leave you for a 10 out of 10. You are not good at sex just because you let me do it to you. I am not a masseuse and you are not a customer. Meet me halfway. When you ask, what are you thinking about? And we say, nothing, it's almost always the truth. We are very much capable of shutting off our minds and living in the moment. If you mock a guy for being short, or otherwise, short, then we lose all sympathy for any comments that are aimed at you. You're worth more than beauty, intelligence, and productivity. You are more than what you can give to other people. When was the last time you took your husband, boyfriend out on a date or bought him flowers? In my entire life, only one girl ever took me out. I make a lot more money than she does, and I don't mind paying at all because of that. But it was a total surprise, and it meant so much to me. I think so often women are at the center of heterosexual relationships. But it was so nice to be the one being wooed for once. I'm gonna end up marrying that girl. Seriously, you look fine. Every outfit she wears looks great. I really don't have strong feelings about which one if I'm being given a choice. They're all great. She looks great. Let's get going so we don't miss the opener. You prefer who is wearing the outfit instead of the outfit itself. This will get lost, but I don't control whether my penis is hard. Sometimes my brain is very happy looking at you and doesn't work. It's a penis, it's not a divine judge of your hotness. Stop getting mad, crying when it doesn't happen. It makes both of us feel like shit and neither of us deserve it. You know, in general I have horrible self-esteem. But seeing a post like this makes me feel better about myself because I know exactly that, and I can't believe some women would actually throw a fit over something like that. Especially if you try to explain it and they don't believe you. It's the same as if I explained to you how much a period hurts and you would say I was lying. You don't have a uterus, you can't say if it does or doesn't. Same goes for your and us women without both of us, as in you and your penis, or, it's not you, Marge. It's uterus. You want us to have really strong positive emotions associated with you, that also opens up the door for the inverse. Simply because of how we need contrast, as people, not just men, for our perception. If you want your man to open up to you, you have to be ready to hear when you hurt them or made them mad. It would be touted as abuse if you heard a man's spouse saying, I learned really quickly that the right answer to a happy marriage was always, yes dear. I'm sorry dear. You're right dear. Growing up I heard a million examples of how a woman should be treated on dates and relationships. Can't think of a single time I was taught what I should expect out of a respectful female partner in those same scenarios. Moms, please teach your boys this. Honestly, this is probably going to get downvoted, but Harambe wasn't really a bad gorilla. Strong and independent doesn't mean with an attitude problem who cannot reflect. We don't expect you to expect us to pay for your meal. You should always offer to pay. I'll still pay. But the difference is that if you offer to pay it shows an equal relationship and that you're actually trying. At the end of the day, all we want in a relationship is for you to try and actually show that you love us. Being nice doesn't mean we're into you. Kindness ain't a gendered trait, nor is it healthy masculinity, or whatever people call it these days. It's just being nice, and we're 1,000 times more likely to reject you if you praise us as one of good ones in all men. Seriously, I'm sorry you've had bad experiences, you're not to blame at all, but at the same time, that's plain creepy. A lot of you are getting away with stuff that would never be tolerated from a man. If you keep going after the same type of toxic partners, you will keep getting the same toxic results. Women are much more critical of other women's feelings than men. That women can be the following: rapist, abusive partner, predatory towards others, pedophile, sexist, misogynistic, home wrecker, cheater, murderer, being found guilty of crimes, abusive parent. The dude that cheated on you earlier this year isn't going to wake up and change tomorrow.